As monkeypox cases continue to rise here locally and across the country and demand for that vaccine surges, how do our own local healthcare providers feel about this new strategy? Our Tolly Latoy joins us live now from Palm Springs with more on their thoughts tonight. Tolly.
Olivia, the need for these vaccines is at an all-time high. I'm standing in front of DAP Health, one of only 3 providers here in the desert for these vaccines that are getting them and administering them. And they say they already come in such a limited supply. But a big question on everyone's mind tonight is whether or not the White House rollout plan, the latest one for monkeypox vaccines, is effective. The federal move was to essentially make a dose smaller and change how it is injected. So this intradermal method is when the needle just goes right into the upper layer of the skin instead of deep beneath the fat layer. I spoke with Dr. David Morris, Chief Medical Officer with DAP Health, on whether making these doses smaller is any less effective or safe for the public.
2015, the research has shown that it may work, probably works equally as well as giving it deeply, but you need much less of a dose. So the research that I've read shows that it is equally as effective. We call that non-inferior, is how you talk about it in research terms, that it works just as well as the bigger dose given subcutaneous.
Right now, Morris says much of it is a waiting game for these vaccines to come through. Now, it's important to note some big events are coming to the desert, including Splash House this weekend as well as next, and even Pride. With those quickly approaching, health officials are looking to increase local vaccination rates.
And we don't really know until the day of the vaccines that'll arrive if we're getting them or not. So it's a, it's a scheduling nightmare, but, it's so important to do it. We just do it. We take care of it. There's a lot of sexual tourism in Palm Springs in particular. So we're a high saturation market for that. And so it's very, very important to get the vaccines, get them in arms, help everyone. And, we're also working on looking at how you deliver the vaccines to the venues where these are happening.
Morris says a lot of collaborative work is being done to make vaccines a possibility at these upcoming events. And it's Thursday, which means after hours for Splash House kicks off tomorrow night. And so far, no changes have been issued for them, so they're going to go on as expected. Now, back out here live, as I said, health officials are ready to do whatever they need to do in order to get these vaccines to those who need it most. And they say this latest FDA green light is really going to help them in that push. So reporting live in Palm Springs, I'm Tolly Latoy, NBC Palm Springs, News First.